Today I'll be doing a drawing demonstration of an Alaska Railroad GP38 number 2004. First we start with putting the pencil lines down. It's always important to get a nice straight pencil line down. I put it down right between about 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. Make sure it's nice and straight. And in the scale that I draw, kind of make it here about 3/4 of an inch from the edge. The scale I draw, I make GP38s be right at about 9 inches long. And they're right between about 3/4 of an inch and an inch off the rail. This is the beginning of the frame. There we go. So there's the beginning of the frame. And then basically right here, it's right about 1.25 inches to the cab, and the cab's right at about 1 inch. And from the frame to the roof is right at 1.5 inches tall. Go in about right about 1/8 of an inch, right at about 1 inch up for the nose, and right about 1/8 of an inch to the back. Again, 1.5 inches up to make the back of the engine. Then you want a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch, make the tail light. And so to double check the measurement there. Now on GP38s, what you kind of want to do is basically there's right at about 1.25 inches or so from here to about not quite 3/4 of an inch. You kind of want to leave a space. That's where the paper box filter goes. You don't really want to be drawing the line of the roof through it. And then this can kind of continue down. This is where the doors end. And can draw the slopes of the front and back of the engine, and right at about 1/8 of an inch again, put the step. You can see it's starting to get the shape of an engine, and we can put the number board. about, no, 2.5 inches or so. This is kind of right where the engine room doors go, so this is always kind of a nice first step of seeing that you've kind of made the beginnings of the composition of the engine into the beginnings of the engine is when you start to put the engine room doors. It's kind of the, hey, it's starting to turn into an engine. Then, even though we left a little bit of space here, why don't we move it a little bit forward, about right there, and a little bit up. There we go. And kind of go down about like this. Then if we go in about and then there's a little bit larger door and two smaller doors, a little bit larger door, then a space, then there's two larger doors, a space, and then a larger door. That's actually a pretty common door arrangement on all these early, like GP40, GP38, kind of the pre-dash to the backs. Okay, and we'll probably put the battery box. And why don't we just go ahead and put the blower duct in here, at least where it goes, the beginnings of it, and put the roof. And that's the end of step 1. And so why don't we come back and start get our pencil sharpened, and then do step 2 where we start to work on the grills.